What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy, Cam ATL, and welcome back to another MLB DFS video with your boy. Drop a like down below because I already know you're going to love it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Comment anything in the comment section to enter your name into the $50 giveaway I do every single week on this channel. The winner of last week's $50 giveaway is Trillmont84. Trillmont84, hit me up on Twitter at Cam_ATL so I can get your info and send that over to you. Appreciate you as always, my brother. Shout out to everybody who's in here right now, man. Happy Monday. Excited to have a fantastic week, man. Lately, just when it comes to the DFS side of things lately, I've just been incredibly excited for what's coming because I know that one of those big days is coming. Last season, we won somebody $90,000 in a single night. Dude's probably off in Jamaica right now. Who knows, okay? $90,000 in a single night last MLB season. I am looking to beat that shit this year. All right, we're still kind of in the early stages. We still have a long ways to go. NBA is almost officially over, so we're just completely just grinding MLB heavy right now. With these MLB DFS lineups, man, it's just we always have that opportunity for that top spot. It's all every single time we have that opportunity to get that top position. That's what's so exciting about it. If you haven't played MLB DFS before, it's DraftKings daily fantasy site or FanDuel's daily fantasy site. They have their sports books, but they also have daily fantasy sides of things where pretty much, as you can see on your screen, you got players and they're priced a certain amount. You have $50,000 fake money, right? You build your lineup based off of like different players will cost different amounts depending on their skill level. And you build a lineup using that $50,000 and then you place it in a real contest for real money. Top spots get six figures. Just like I said, I mean, we got what I think the $90,000 win was like a third place finish or second or third place finish in a contest. If he would have got first, which he was right there by, he would have got like over 150,000, something crazy. But yeah, like you have huge upside, right? Like y'all love to play these parlays and shit, right? Like I feel like if you're going to try to throw money into parlays and shit, you need to be playing DFS, go single entry GPP contests and try to, do it that way. It's a fun thing to do. If you've never tried it, man, watching those scores go up, seeing a player hit a home run and seeing yourself jump up the leaderboard, like it's super fun way to sports bet, man, if you haven't done it before. Obviously, I love it. I've been doing this now for 8+ years with Greenlight DFS, providing optimal lineups for DraftKings and FanDuel DFS. And I'm just excited to keep it going, man. As you guys know, this channel I'm trying to get back into my DFS bag on this channel. Props Made Easy is still doing the regular video. I'm still doing the videos for Props Made Easy's daily best prop bets and stuff. That's over on their YouTube channel, Props Made Easy's YouTube channel. I'll pin that in the comments down below so you can make sure you go subscribe that. So do me a favor, subscribe to the Props Made Easy channel down below. I already posted the video for that this morning. So make sure you're subscribed to that because it's same as always. It's just on a different channel, all right? So let's get that up. You guys are flooding over there. I mean, both of the last couple videos we posted got over 700 views already on a brand new channel that we're moving people over to. So it's great to see, man. Thank y'all as always for the support. Let's get straight into the DFS picks for today. So first and foremost, the versions that I've built so far this morning, I have had no trouble getting stud pitchers in. Like, for example, for me, like there's a big gap between the top pitchers and the rest for me. Especially when it comes to upside. So let's talk about them. We got Zack Wheeler at home against Chicago, against the Cubs, and then we got Chris Sale going against Milwaukee. Let's go into some reasonings why we like these, all right? First off, Zack Wheeler has been incredibly good this season, all right? Philly's favored to win, so should get some run support as well, should be able to get that win bonus. But he has just been super solid. Yes, in the last game against Atlanta, he struggled a little bit, giving up 6 earned runs. Right? But before that, he was getting quality start after quality start. Not only does he have that K possibilities, right? 8 Ks, 9 Ks, 7 Ks. Like he gets up there in the Ks every game, right? But he has that opportunity to pitch deep into games. He pitches through 6 innings pretty consistently. Like he's going to pitch up to 6, 7 innings. And with that gives you just that upside. If he happens to be hot and just go crazy, he should be good for 30 plus. He's got solid upside. His upside's about 38. Like he could get you up to that 38 range, which is huge numbers over on DraftKings. FanDuel, you could do it a little easier, but on DraftKings, like that's huge numbers. So Zack Wheeler at home against Chicago today just feels like a really good spot. Plus, this Chicago lineup's only hitting a 170 batting average versus Zack Wheeler. So they're not hitting him very well. They're on the road. Good spot for Zack Wheeler. And again, I like spending up for these guys who have huge upside potential today because there's some value bats, and we're going to talk about it, that just makes things kind of easy to happen. All right, next up, Chris Sale. Chris Sale is a fantastic option. Dude has been one of the most consistent pitchers in the entire baseball season. Like the first 6 games, he was kind of around 15 DraftKings points on average, but then he has just gone back to the old Chris Sale out of nowhere. 28, 30, 29, 22, 29, 26. Dude is absolutely going crazy. He's pitching 6 to 7 innings. Again, he's getting those quality start bonuses. He's pitching deep into games. He's obviously got the huge K potential with up to 10 Ks easy for him. So solid spot for Chris Sale as well. And when we talk about upside, man, this is it. Not only do both of these guys feel safe in these matchups, but both of these guys have that upside in the K percentages. All right. Milwaukee's lineup only has a 136 ISO versus left-handed pitching, so that should mitigate some of the power that could happen against Chris Sale, which we know sometimes Chris Sale can give up those home runs at times. Milwaukee's lineup only hitting a 136 ISO versus lefties should make it, a little bit better here. So some of the best bats on Milwaukee are left-handed bats. You feel what I'm saying? Like Christian Yelich, off the top of my head. I mean, what are the other guys that are good Milwaukee bats, but they're left side of the plate? Christian Yelich being one of their main guys in the lineup that hits lefty. Sal Frelick hits lefty. Jack Bauers hits lefty. They're going to have to throw as many righties as they can at Chris Sale. And I mean, at the end of the day, Chris Sale has a 30% K rate versus righties or a 34% K rate versus lefties. So, yeah. He's going to have a field day against Terang. He's going to have a field day versus Yelich, Frelick, Bowers, if they're all in the lineup. And then he's going to have a field day against Churio, Righty, Contreras, all these guys. Like his K percent being over 30% on both sides. I just feel like he's a great option, and Atlanta should give him some run support. Really love Atlanta stack today in their matchup today. So that's another reason. So there you go. Anyway, let's get into our bets. All right, so now obviously when you're spending over $10,000 for both of your pitchers, you need to find value somewhere because that salary is going to go quick, right? So when it comes to value, at second base is one of my favorite value spots, and that's going to be Chris Taylor for the Angels. Right here. Chris Taylor for the Angels, one of my favorite value spots. He's 2-2. He's projected to hit 5th or so in the lineup. He's got the righty-lefty matchup against Springs. It's just a fantastic spot. I mean, dude's got the platoon advantage. He's batting in the core of this lineup. The Angels have a solid team total. Like, it's just a no-brainer for me at 2-2. Chris Taylor's the guy you want at second. Obviously, make sure he's in the lineup. He should be facing a lefty and should be batting in that solid spot as well. So, amazing value at 2-2. Just opens so many things up in the lineup with a guy like this. All right? Next person I'm going to talk about is another value option that I really like today, and that's going to be David Fry. David Fry at first base at 3-1. All right. They're putting him at catcher here. I specifically kind of want him at first, but it doesn't really matter. Just play him either spot, honestly. Fry can be played at catcher or first base. It keeps putting him at first base, whatever. Anyway, at 3-1, Fry is a fantastic option. Whether you put him at catcher or first base, that comes down to roster construction. As you know, at Greenlight DFS, we'll make sure our roster construction is spot on when we do drop the lineup. At the end of the day, that's a big part of having an optimal lineup, is making sure everything is put in the exact position where they should be to be the most optimal. Fry is only 3-1's, got the righty-lefty matchup against Miley. Amazing spot here, man. Fry's hitting with a good bit of power, over 220 ISO versus left-handed pitching. Yeah, man. I mean, this is a great spot for him to homer here. He should be batting in the core spot of this Cleveland lineup as well, and a high Cleveland total. These guys just feel like no-brainer values to me. I mean, as we get closer to the slate, like, different value will drop, obviously. Different guys will be batting in high spots in their orders and open up some value. But for right now, with an early look at this slate, this is kind of the way you want to be. All right, so David Fry, Chris Taylor as the values. And then I get to spend up for my favorite hitter overall today, and that's Ronald Acuna Jr. Why do I love Ronald Acuna? Because obviously he's got the upside that he has with, the power he possesses. But once he gets on base, he possesses huge stolen base potential against the righty Savali. Against right-handed pitchers is always easier to steal bases on because they're facing away from that first base. Lefties, it's harder to steal on because they're literally facing you. If they see you getting a little too much, they'll just check you, right? When you're a right-handed pitcher, you're facing away. It's harder for them to catch a stolen base guy that way. All right, so facing Savali, Acuna's got strong stolen base potential. Would not be surprised to see him swipe a bag tonight, as well as him having the home run potential. Just feels like he's got one of the higher upsides of any players on the slate today. Really love Acuna. Yeah. So that's it. We got Zack Wheeler and Chris Sale at pitcher. Like I said so far this morning in all of my optimal lineups I've created so far, I have had no issues spending up for stud pitchers. Okay, it just depends on what the slate gives us as time goes on. David Fry and Chris Taylor are some of the best values right now, both batting in the core spots of their lineup, both at home, both in solid Vegas team totals. I mean, you can't beat it. All right, both have the platoon advantages, righties versus lefties. Both solid, great spots. And then Ronald Acuna is the stud I like today. At 5'9", you are paying a premium, but this is somebody who possesses 2 home run upside. He's got the stolen base potential once he gets on the base. He's just got huge slate-breaking type upside. So I love Ronald Acuna. Another reason why I put Acuna in here is because Atlanta has been one of my favorite stacks today. Full transparency. Atlanta has been one of my favorite stacks so far this morning. Now, obviously, as I continue to do my research throughout the day, as you guys know, Greenlight DFS has the partnership with Props Made Easy now. They are allowing us to utilize their simulation data, which is amazing. There's simulation data over there that simulates games 10,000 plus times to give us even more data to go off of when it comes to finding our optimals. And ever since that partnership began, we have been tickling those top spots consistently. So it has been an amazing partnership so far and super excited to work with, obviously, a team of people that I know very well over at Props Made Easy. So it's been fantastic, man. If you're interested in getting involved in DFS, definitely try it out. It's a fun way to bet on baseball. Greenlightdfs.com to join the squad, get the optimal lineups, all that good stuff. Thank y'all for joining me as always, man. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.